Hello, my name is Tony Suozzo, and I'm the Superintendent of the South Hunterdon Regional School District. In our first referendum video, we shared the challenges we are currently facing at the Lambertville and West Amwell schools. In this video, I would like to share how the Lambertville school did in the recent flooding and how the community school played a significant role in the recovery after the storm. I have heard many rumors about how the Lambertville school flooded during Hurricane Ida. I want to assure all three of our communities that the amount of flooding that the Lambertville school experienced during the recent storm was minimal. I was the first to arrive at the school early Thursday morning after the storm. Besides some water under doorways and classrooms in the front of the building and some water in the hallways, the remainder of the building was fine. As a matter of fact, we notified our district insurance company. However, an adjuster wasn't even sent out to the site because of the minimal impact. The reality is we could have opened school on Friday, September 3rd. However, I made the decision that due to many roads still being closed, as well as parents perhaps needing help with cleanup, that schools would be closed. If the Lambertville school experienced significant flooding during the storm, there would have been no way we would have been able to open up school on Wednesday, September 8th. The reality is that the flood mitigation drainage that was installed behind the Lambertville school about 10 years ago worked. None of the classrooms in the back of the building were impacted by the storm. Our current referendum plan includes even more flood mitigation strategies. For example, we will be removing all of the exterior classroom doors on the front and back of the building. In the classrooms in the front of the building where we did get some water, it came in under the doors. We will also be replacing all the remaining exterior doors with flood-proof doors. After the flooding on Wednesday, September 1st, the West Amwell PTO, led by Jessica Hardigan, quickly came together and came up with a plan on making LPS a food supply center for our community. It started out on Friday with this area set up in the front of the school, and by the weekend, it turned into an actual store inside of the LPS gym. It was simply amazing. Both food pantries in Lambertville were flooded, and many people lost their cars. I can't imagine what they would have done for food and supplies without the LPS pantry. Anything people needed, they had, including food, cleaning supplies, toiletries, clothes, baby supplies, pet food, and even fresh vegetables. We also had volunteers delivering items from the food and supply pantry to houses in Lambertville. It was amazing to see so many South Hunterdon students and staff out in the community helping others. This showed why it is so important to have a community school. People have asked me recently what happens if the referendum on November 2nd doesn't pass. Here are two options the Board of Education would need to consider. Option one would be for the Board of Education to make the decision to go out for referendum again with either the same or a different plan with no guarantees it would pass. The referendum vote would either be in January or March. This will push back the timeline as to when our facility challenges would be resolved. Option two would be using existing operating budget that has a 2% cap to pay for some of the projects that would be included in the referendum. This would require the board to cut almost $2 million out of the budget and make tough decisions on eliminating programs and staffing in order to use that money to pay for facility projects. Using this option would result in larger class sizes and the elimination of programs for students. It would take about 8 years to complete the facility projects. However, not all would be included like they are in the current referendum. This would also provide no educational benefit for our students. I want to reinforce what I said in the first video. We are at a pivotal crossroads in our district right now. The vote on November 2nd will have enormous ramifications on the future of our students for many years to come. A reminder that there is a section on our district webpage dedicated to the referendum, including presentations, our first referendum video, tax calculator, and many other useful documents. There is also a form that you can complete if you or an organization you belong to would like to set up a time with me to find out more information about the referendum or ask questions. You can also either call or email me at any time with questions using the contact information at the bottom of the screen. Please remember to vote on November 2nd. The future of our students depends on it.